to oppose or start to you know what I'm saying, rebel against the gods that order this realm of reality, then certain gods, this, whatever reptilian or gray, whatever one engineered certain parts of your physical form, they gonna attack that shit. That's why some of the highest gurus and some of the highest spiritual people be the lightest, you know what I'm saying, or be the ill, or people who be the sickest or illest see the most things, because 9 times out of 10 their spirit or soul is vibrating in a location that's very high, and then they get attacked by the physical vessel, by the beings, by certain, like for an example, I have a lot of stomach problems, right in the left location, right now. The knowledge and the wisdom I come here kicking, right? The beings that engineered this vessel for me to be here, right? One of the beings that engineered part of the, and this is another discussion, I already know this, but I'm just giving you so you understand, that engineered the part of the gut of my stomach lining, right? See what I'm doing and attack me, so I don't be able to do what I do. So it takes more strength, more experience, aka more spirit, more soul, for me to rise above this and show it how strong I am, and show it that it won't be able to stop me from doing what I do. Whether it take whether it stop me for 1 or 2 days, or whether it stop me from a few ideas, or whether it stop this video from me getting out the planetary alignment like it's doing right now. This is how you get attacked. So this is why a lot of times people get sicknesses faster than other people. This is why some people get STDs faster than others. You may be with your friend every day, and y'all having unprotected sex at the same rate, and you catching stuff way faster than your friend. Or one person may catch cancer for no reason, and this person might. And you have all these people saying, okay, well, maybe you should stop eating meat, or maybe you should just eat salad, or maybe it don't matter what you do on this earth. Well, the only thing that matters is your spirit and your soul and your physical. This is why what you can do maybe what helps you, but may not help someone else. And what helps someone else may not help you. This is why, because your spirit and soul is from 2 different locations, so it's going to access your physical vessel in 2 different ways. And just me being here in my fucking sickness, and this is what the fuck I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? But once I keep fighting a good fight, you know what I'm saying? Because the only thing this thing could do left is take my motherfucking vessel, and then what it's going to do? You know what I'm saying? And once I'm proven to that it is going to have a hard time doing that. After I get over this shit, it's gonna be the fucking promised land, all gold floors and every fucking thing. So I already know what the fuck is going on. But when you start to talk about these things to everyday average people, I'm gonna be looked at as crazy. I'm gonna be looked at as, oh, you're not taking your medication. Oh, I bet you ain't taking your medication. Oh, I bet you down there meditating instead of doing something else. Oh, I bet you it's a bunch of shit like this. Look at this fucking shit. You think I want to take this fucking shit? Little beads in that shit? This shit don't help. But if I go kicking some shit, what I'm talking about, to somebody else, and then the realms of reality I be in, it go crazy. But I'm sorry to get off track. But listen. One thing you should know about my videos, I played a part. This is what your action should be on. Your health, looking at the details, looking at the qualities, looking at what you have, seeing how it works for you. You know what I'm saying? So I have to look at what these pills do. I have to look at, that's what the sun in Taurus is wanting you to do. You know what I'm saying? So everything correlates. My videos is like live in action. So whatever the energies is playing, is just playing out through me as y'all watch the fucking video. You know what I'm saying? Now, Jupiter is in Libra, and it's in retrograde. So right now, people are probably looking at past experiences in their life. You're probably going to have a lot of dreams about past people you know, past experiences or past feelings that represents experiences that you went through. And right now, you're here to develop wisdom and knowledge around these things. Now, it's in Libra, so the way you're going to be receiving, or the way Gaia wants you to receive wisdom and knowledge right now, is in a very communicative way. Listen to others. Listen to what others have to say. Understand somebody else's communicative style. Listen to how other people are thinking. Listen to how other people are saying things. Listen to how other people are analyzing things. You know what I'm saying? Marissa! Can you get the door for Daddy?
What?
Can you get the door for Daddy?
Okay.
Who is that?
Chris.
Oh, thank you. So, you know, as far as the situation at hand, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be receiving, you have to listen to others' information, listen to others' way of thinking, listen to other people's communicating, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. And therefore, you'll be able to be in a situation where you gain enough wisdom and knowledge from whatever experience that you've been in, you know what I'm saying. So whatever experience that you go through, and whatever wisdom, the wisdom and knowledge that you extract out of it, the best way you're going to be able to do it is by being fair, going through being in harmony with others, justice, balance, you know what I'm saying, anything even dealing with communication and thinking and analyzing and all sorts, anything dealing with air, you know, that's going to be the way you receive. So don't get too much into your own desires and passions like fire. When it comes to your experiences in life, don't get too practical and try to make too much sense out of things. You know what I'm saying? You're just closing ideas off, and don't emotionalize too much or add too much feelings into things. Right now, when you're going through experience, learn how to analyze and think effectively, and learn how to communicate openly, right? And make sure it's in a fair, harmonious type circumstance. And throughout these experiences, whether they're good or bad, you're going to be able to receive the most wisdom and knowledge out of there, and be the most enlightened one, and put yourself on an alignment scale of where Gaia wants you to be aligned at, so don't be no miscommunication, or you don't be misinformed of anything. Now, when we come to when we get into Saturn is also retrograde, or maybe stationary, but for the most part, Saturn is how Gaia wants you to gain stability in your life, but also where it wants you to put boundaries and restrictions and limits at. So it's in Sagittarius. Now, right now, you're gonna be looking to previous ways, probably even last week ways of how you was making money, or how you was trying to gain stability in your life, or things that you was putting boundaries and restrictions and limits on, and things that you wasn't, and things that you need to put boundaries and restrictions and limits on, and the limits that you was receiving. You probably having a lot of ideas about these things right now. You're probably in a situation where you can't move forward. Same way here. Like I was in a situation where I'm doing videos, I'm doing other people's videos, I'm recording people records, I'm doing natal chart readings, I'm doing shit around the neighborhood and talking to people and shit like that, then fuck around and get fucking sick again, and had to go to the fucking hospital early before my even time schedule, and be stuck in there for them days. You know what I'm saying? So I felt prevented, I felt held back. So even though I'm still sick right now, I'm not 100%. Just for the fact that I'm home right now, I feel enough spirit to put something out here. So, you know, that's as far as with Saturn is making you feel right now. It's making you feel like, regardless of the situation right now, or the limits that you may have spiritually, or being able to travel, or some type of philosophical point of view on something, or even some type of wisdom or knowledge that you should have on something. Yeah, you're going to be limited on that. I'm limited onto what the fuck I even understand, what the fuck I have in the stomach right now. I'm limited to a bunch of shit right now, of a lot of wisdoms and knowledge right now. But for the most part, we're experiencing this right now so we can see the broad point of view on how to gain structure in our life. And that's what Gaia wants us to do. She don't want us to be too practical, or she don't like how Saturn usually is. Actually, Saturn and Sagittarius is actually loosening Saturn up a little bit. Gaia don't want us to be too practical right now with Saturn being in Sag. It don't want us to be too emotionally involved into our work either, and it doesn't want us to be too passionately involved into our desires when it comes to our work and what we building in our life. Right now, it really wants us to see the broad point of view of things, and wants us to see it in a broad way and feel it in a broad way, you know, and understand how everything is different and everything is changing and nothing is really the same, and nothing is constant, and everything is tied to spirit, and everything is tied to a higher reason and a higher purpose. And this way you can tie a higher philosophical point of view of God or the world or spirituality to however you gain structure in your life. And the more and more you do that, the more and more Gaia is going to show you benefits. Because that's Saturn. Saturn is Sag. So when you're going to work, or you're doing things to get money, or you're doing things to gain stability in your life, or you're just doing things that keep you running every day, things that you like to do, things that keep you stable as a person. You may not even have nothing to fall back on, but you may be a person who get up and just need to drink a beer every day. That's what keep you stable every day, right? So whatever with that do, long as you tie some reason to that, tie some spirituality to that, because Saturn and Sag says to do that, then Gaia is going to show you benefits of where you're able to see the benefits in that. See what I'm saying? Now, Uranus is in Aries and it's been there for a while, so we're still witnessing very rapid changes, a lot of opposition and rebellion. But when it comes to abroad, I mean, like, it's worldviews, spirits, philosophical point of views, whatever. When it comes to insight and people initiating new ways of how to see and how to feel things, oh yeah, we're getting a lot of oppositions right now. Points of views and all philosophies and all logics and everything. It's a lot of opposition, a lot of debates, a lot of things going on for people fighting for the new way of seeing something. People fighting for the new heights right now, because fire rises, and if it's light, that means the higher the light rises, the higher we're going to be able to see, and that's people fighting for the top of the pyramid right now. So that's what's going on with Uranus being in Aries. Neptune still in Pisces. Dreams, creativity, imagination, and illusions are still being fruitful. Still people are emotionally connecting to these things and having a broad imagination when it comes to spirituality and all things of that nature. And then with Pluto being in Capricorn, you know, people deep desires, deep willpower, and deep passions are still, Gaia still wants you to realize these things and try to bring these things into reality by initiating and creating a new way of how to think and be practical about your deep desires and deep will powers. Now, when we get to the moon opposite Mercury. So with the moon opposite Mercury right now, we know the emotional stance, Gaia's emotional stance on things, and the way she's communicating and thinking and analyzing is at odds. So right now, that's letting you know to keep your emotional stance to yourself, but be fair when you are communicating and thinking to others. And right now, the moon is going into Scorpio, so that's a perfect representation. You see what I'm saying? Keep your emotional stance to yourself, but be fair and diplomatic when it comes to analyzing and communicating. But have your own way of seeing and feeling what you're actually thinking and communicating about. You see what I'm saying? That way, you're still adding in the Libra emphasis, even though that Mercury is going to be in Aries and the Moon is going to be in Scorpio, because it's going to be very selfish time right now. You're going to come, and people who ain't enlightened or ain't seeing the planetary alignment readings, you know what I'm saying? These people are going to be very selfish, very stingy. You know what I'm saying? Very stingy. So the people around you who don't know themselves, be prepared. Also, we have Venus sextiling Mars. So what Gaia love, appreciate, and value, and how she relates to others, is going to witness opportunities to be desired, to be her intentions, to be her will powers, to be her passions. So a lot of times she's going to witness opportunities to be able to effectively to appreciate and love the desires. So right now, you're going to witness opportunities to love and appreciate and value what you desire, your passions. So just try not to overindulge right now. Try not to be a know-it-all right now. And like I said, be fair. You know what I'm saying? Be fair to yourself. Know when something is too much. See what I'm saying? And also, Jupiter with Saturn opposing Mars, what happens here is the way Gaia gains structure in her life right now, it's going to be opposite to her desires and her passions and her will powers. So right now, you may feel that. Right now, the way you gain structure in your life may be opposite to what you desire to be doing right now. So right now, you just have to learn how to blend these two. That's just something that Gaia may be dealing with, that we may be dealing with also. But you may be able to deal with it better than Gaia due to your planetary alignments. So when we get to these sextiles and squares, these are the problems that's going on Earth right now. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see a lot of commercials, a lot of movies or things that may come out right now that's relating to these planetary alignments. For example, Saturn with Saturn opposing Mars, what I've been hearing is this can come up to a lot of technical movies, or a lot of movies that deal with reaching to the top, or movies that deal with law, or movie that deal with bosses, or a movie that deal with work related, or a movie that deals with someone who desire something that's real broad, and they go through a lot of practical conclusions to get there. These going to be the kind of movies coming out right now, or these going to be kind of shows or commercials you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Something that make you desire something, and something for you to practically do in order to get that. That's what happens when you got Saturn opposing Mars going on Earth. You know. And I like to say Saturn sextile the moon. So with Saturn sextile the moon, what happens here is there's going to be opportunities. There's going to be opportunities for people to gain emotional stability within themselves. So right now, Gaia is gaining emotional stability within herself. So right now, you're going to have emotional stability within yourself, especially with the moon going into Scorpio, but try not to overuse that. And that's the planetary alignments for the day, And now I'm finna get to y'all emails. Flight boss, bitch. Damn.